Welcome again. It's your boy Darren Green, host of the Darren Green Show, your one-stop shop for celebrity gossip, news and music, pop culture, and the latest gab on social media. Be sure that if you're watching this on YouTube to leave your thoughts in the comments, leave a like, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, girl, what are we doing? Subscribe to the ZM channel, and also to the audio listeners. Hey, how y'all doing? Be sure to leave a rate and review for the podcast. We love those. We have to get those recommendations up over there on the algorithm, child, because we like to sit there and shadow ban a bitch. Okay. It's a Thursday show, so I can be a little bit more eccentric. Okay. Girl, I literally just got off work. I'm not going to hold you. It's going to be hell to pay once I get into the editing room, child. Because I already know. I got to wing this episode. I'm not, like, I got the topics that I want to talk about, but I just haven't had, like, time to flesh everything out. But it's still going to be a legendary motherfucking show. Okay, let's be very clear, because you already know me. I'm the king of practical, okay? I can do stuff, all right, and I don't need a lot of the notes for it, because a lot of the topics that we're going to be talking about is stuff that I already, like, really know. It's some stuff that I talked about on TikTok. Yeah, I'm slowly making a little comeback on there, child. Yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to be on there and I'm going to focus on one thing, but I don't know. I just feel like certain topics came out this week and I'm just like, okay, hold on. I ain't got the time to do a full-fledged podcast on, I need to talk about this individually, okay? And we're going to talk about it on the podcast because I haven't had time to really flesh out my thoughts with that topic, and you already know what I'm talking about, child. The whole Ice Spice thing, girl. We'll get into that when we get into, that will actually be the first topic. I just was like, I'll be bored in the morning sometimes. And they be putting me in later times, like 12 to 8 or 2 to 8 or whatever. So I'm just like, let me use this time in my mornings to get the little TikTok videos back rolling and stuff like that. I see the people over there were watching. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all if y'all came over from TikTok to watch me on YouTube or listen to me on any of your podcast platforms. Yeah, I'm just holding it down. I'm holding it down. We got a lot to get into. I'm not going to hold you anymore, child, because y'all already know on the Thursday show, I like to get right into it, okay? Because after this, I'm going to attempt to play some Sims. Anyway, yeah, so we got a lot to get into. I want to talk about the aftermath of this Ice Spice and Cleotrapa situation. Everything wants to update once I start taping the show, and it's making my video lag. This is so amazing. Welcome to the Thursday show, guys. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about that because not more stuff has come out, but I just want to give like a fleshed out take on this situation. Stormy done popped her head up in here, child. She couldn't have just played the Jennifer Aniston route. When Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt announced that they was getting a divorce or whatever, and then people was like, oh my God, Jennifer Aniston, she about to be real shady or messy. Paid it dust. Okay, paid it dust, and it was an iconic moment. Like, I was like, oh my God, Jennifer Aniston's like, girl, I don't care. I'm living my life. Stormy, you should have been taking notes, girl. No, I'm calling this girl Stormy. What's her name? Baby Storm or something? Anyway, we'll get into that. We'll talk about that. Then we'll also talk about Meg Thee Stallion. She did a cover for Billboard, did an interview and was talking about some things, okay? Nicki Minaj's name was brought up, child. We'll get into that. We'll also talk about Katy Perry and how she's defending her work relationship with Dr. Luke. Yeah. Okay. It's giving an apologist, like a rape apologist. Oops, girl, let me stop, child. And a whole lot more. Let's get started. So we can start with this whole debacle with Cleotrapa, Ice Spice. Yeah. I don't know why Cardi's in this. You were shaking on your bus thinking Cardi sent people to get you. What? Girl, when did she say that? When the hell did she say that, girl? Girl, this is tea. This is new tea to me, girl. I'm like, when? Look, things update. Cleotrapa has been tweeting. People have been talking. I'm going to give you guys the rundown of the situation at hand, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. You already know what this is. But basically, what had happened was, if you guys wasn't privy to my TikTok video that I actually did post on YouTube, basically Cleotrapa is a rapper and Ice Spice really came up around her. And I'm not saying that Cleotrapa is the reason why Ice Spice is who she is. She had her moments. She had her comeuppance and stuff like that and this, that, and so I'm not going to sit there and say that it was because of Cleopatra. Or, girl, I'm calling this girl Cleopatra. I'm going to call her Cleo for the rest of the episode because, look, I ain't going to be messing up your name like that. So basically, Cleo and Ice Spice had a bond before Ice Spice really took off. It was only natural that Ice Spice was going to invite her to do her first tour. I'm gonna give props when it's due. Ice Spice knows how to pack a venue, okay? Even if it's not an arena, bitch, look, you still getting the money. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to her with that. She invited Cleotrapa. It was a whole thing. Now, here's the thing. We seen clips in different videos of her performing and we thought everything was good. By the time of the end of her American leg of the tour, fans noticed that Cleotrapa and Ice Spice unfollowed each other, okay? So everybody was wondering what's going on, what happened, y'all just was on tour, and a lot of people was tweeting at her and was like, Cleo, what's going on? Like, you just wanted to get the bag and dip or whatever? Like, you was just using her or whatever the case was, to which Cleotrapa responded basically saying that, no, I wasn't even paid for this, and in so many words, I was just treated unfairly. So this caused the internet to be like, okay, what happened during this tour? What's going on? Everybody was talking. And then Cleotrapa, I believe they said it was like 2 a.m. in the morning, child. I think this had to been, what day was this when this went down, child? Because I talked about this on Monday. So it had to been like Sunday or the morning of Monday, right? Because it was like 2 a.m. She basically does this 5-part tell-all. And when a TikToker has to resort to doing a damn tell-all, girl, it's gonna be long, drawn out, descriptive. Girl, this is a whole podcast episode. That's how long it was. And I watched all 5 parts, right? Basically, she said that she invited me to do the tour with her and open for her or wherever her placement was, for free. She said it was told to her last minute. She said that there was little to no accommodations. She couldn't have her entourage with her. There was a lot of things that she couldn't bring people. And it's not even her entourage, but like people to work for her. You get what I'm saying? Now a lot of people say she's an independent artist. She does have a label, or she has a management crew, right? They just weren't invited. They couldn't come. It just had to be her, which I thought was very weird. And she agreed to do it because it was like, okay, her peoples is going to help me too, this, that, and the third. Things started when I guess she made mention of Ice Spice, and I would play clips and stuff like that, but I'm not that kind of creator, girl. Go to fill-in-the-blank-youtube-page.com. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to get all the clips and all the tweets and all the stuff, I'm going to give you the Spark Note version, like I said on my TikTok, okay? Basically, what she said was Ice Spice told her, like, hey, bring your luggage to the venue because you never know when you have a wardrobe malfunction and you don't want that luggage to still be in the hotel when we're about to perform and you shit out of luck. Basically, so she was like, okay, fine, that's cool. And Ice had her security bring Cleo's stuff there. What happened was the security didn't take Cleo's stuff back. They took all the Ice Spice stuff, but they didn't take Cleo's back. So they left her stuff at the venue. And when Cleo asked, hey, can you get my luggage? Because you this, that, and the third, the security told her no. Okay, I'm only getting paid from Ice Spice. I'm not getting paid for you. Okay. She addressed it to Ice Spice. She basically said Ice Spice played it off or was being very nonchalant about it. And I guess she just was like taken back by the situation. But Cleo was like, you know what? I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to just, you know what? Fine, whatever. We gonna keep it pushing. Now, after that, things started to go downhill. It got to the point where there was like no accommodations for her to have her own, like for them to potentially give her a hotel. She had to come out of pocket for that. It become like a real big thing of like her having to get all of her luggage. And mind you, she's going on a tour. So that means you got clothes galore. It's not just, okay, I'm going to fill in the blank city for a couple weeks, maybe. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my little suitcase and stuff like that. Girl, get your suitcase. No, she probably has a lot of stuff. And for her to sit there and like for the security not to do that, and even her like offering to pay the security extra to get her stuff still was a problem. You get what I'm saying? She was treated like the help. Cleo was literally kikied with Ice Spice makeup artist and hairstylist child while they was over there she was doing what she was doing. It was, I think Cleo's issue wasn't that there was like, oh my goodness, I'm not getting the same treatment as Ice Spice. I think that she was not getting any treatment. She wasn't getting any type of accommodations when it came to living, board, food. There were other things that she talked about also, like real nitpicky stuff. There was a time where she would, at the end of the day, this was a little tour or whatever. Sometimes you want to hang out at your friend's hotel room. She would be in Ice Spice's hotel room and she would have to leave because her family would show up. I think that was the New York show. And she left the room, but her bag, her Telfar bag, left the room, was literally in the lot in the little hallway area of the hotel. And basically somebody stole her card and stole $700 worth of clothes, child. Not people saying it was a riot though, child. So there was stuff like that. And it would just go on deaf ears with Ice Spice and her team. There was a point in time where Cleo's actual management did send somebody to help her with this tour, but they said that we can't accommodate for her. So it was very much like every step of the way, there was new ways of inconveniencing this woman, okay? And when she tried to address Ice Spice, she initially, after the American leg of the tour, she texted Ice Spice, and like I said, she was being nonchalant. She was saying, you're being ungrateful, and it's that and the third. Like, it was a whole thing. And she was just telling us about her experience. This is basically like, who the hell did I befriended type situation. And, you know, she put it in her TikTok video, because at the end of the day, I'm not getting paid for this. You know, I'm dealing with this. I'm over here performing for free. I'm over here not getting the accommodations. I'm getting gaslit by this girl that is very entitled. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get a bag and do a tell-all on TikTok. Girl, she would have been stupid if she didn't. Okay, so that happened. Ice Spice made her response. She got on her Twitter Spaces, basically saying that what makes you think that you need to get the same type of treatment I get, and you know, you talking about, because one of the things is like they didn't feed her that much. Like, they didn't feed her at all. Actually, it was not in the budget for her to get fed. Like, she had to find her own ways of eating. And there was a time where, like I said, when back to what I was saying about the whole, like, a lot of backhanded stuff was happening. Basically, Ice Spice and her circle went to a steakhouse while Cleotrapa and hairstylist and makeup artist, child, they was sitting around. It was like, what's going on? We all hungry. They driving around. Oh, we already went to the steakhouse. Like, it was a lot of, it was very much weird behavior going on. And it's on Ice Spice's part. And Cleo thinks that it's due to her standing up to her and saying, hey, what's going on with this, the luggage situation? After that, some people feel like you can't step to them. If you step to them, they'll try to do like a lot of backhanded stuff, like Ice Spice said. Now, what I said on my TikTok, I said I pretty much agree with 100% what Cleotrapa said, because I think that when you look at Ice's response, very callous, very just gaslighty. You are borderline fatphobic, because you want to sit there and say, oh girl, you're a whole vacuum. You ate up the whole restaurant, this, that, and the third. What type of response is that? What type of response? You didn't have the budget to feed me, somebody that was on your tour working for free, and your response to me airing out my grievances is you're a vacuum, you're big as hell, like you ate everything. That just didn't make any sense. That wasn't like, it didn't have no receipts. If Ice really was not the wrong person here, she would have found every little thing like, oh, nah, actually, no, I did X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the. She didn't do that, because what Cleo said was the truth. Okay, what she said was the truth, and she didn't like hearing it. And it's very unfortunate. I think Cleo kept on, she's tweeting what I'm hearing now about this whole, like, they're saying that Cardi's name got pulled into the situation, child, because they said Cleotrapa alleged that Ice was concerned that Cardi might hurt her or get jumped, even though the fans wanted to snap a few pics. And now, see, I don't know how true this is. She's tweeting up a storm right now. I think Cleotrapa is definitely tweeting up a storm. There was also a conversation of Ice's actual ethnicity that was brought up. Basically, Cleo said that Ice's dad is Latin. He's Puerto Rican. Okay, Rican. All right. And he's not Nigerian, child. And the dad done came out and made some tweets like Ice Spice's manager made tweets. Like, it's a whole lot of people that was coming out of the woodwork. Like, I think Winter from Bad Girls Club, her freaking decrepit ass was saying, well, at the end of the day, your friends got to tell you the truth. If you eating too much, girl, you need to be worried about them damn veneers or why you have sensory issues with them shits every time you walk on goddamn carpet. So I don't know what Winter talk about, but get the hell up out of here. But there was a lot of people talking about it. I'm just like, okay, y'all corny as hell, because y'all not about to jump this black girl, okay, on the internet right now just because she's airing out her grievances. At the end of the day, what she's saying, nobody else was able to refute or say that's not true and that this happened, actually. Nobody was able to do that because there was some truthness behind it. Ice Spice, she was a snake ass bitch. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's ripped, and it makes sense now. It all makes sense. Everybody that has had issues, or publicly or not publicly, everybody that had their grievances with Ice Spice is starting to add up, because now a lot of the stuff that was said here was confirmed with Stormy, okay, or the Storm girl, Baby Storm, the artist or whatever, and she's been talking too. Girl, keep it low key, okay? Keep it very much low key. The situation with Nicki, it does give, like, now looking back at those text messages, you saying that Nicki is ungrateful and I gave her this opportunity. It's a little bit of narcissism. And it's just like, girl, you're too early in the game to even have that persona on you. Like, girl, you better be lucky that the people showed up to your damn tour like they showed up. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I ain't trying to be shady and nothing like that, girl, because like I said, I gave you your props. But like, girl, if you performing at cafeterias, hell yeah, it's going to be sold out. If the ticket's $39, hell yeah, it's going to be sold out, girl. I don't even think you can get... Look, let me tell you something. The entitlement... It like, you acting so Mariah Carey, and it's just like, you're not even giving us that. You're not giving us that in the music, and I know you're not giving us that in performances. So my thing is this: like, I think that's real grimy. I think that it's starting to look like a pattern that you have been, like I said on my TikTok, you've been crashing out with a lot of these black girls. You would never do that to Taylor. You would never do that to Pink Pantress or whatever that girl name is, or anybody non-black. Let's be very clear. You had the nerve. Look, I think after hearing this situation, looking back, you had the nerve to say you gave Nicki opportunity. You think, and I just think that had to be, like I said in my reactionary video, the delusion of Ice Spice to think that Warner Brothers would they want Ice Spice before Nicki for a Barbie soundtrack? Madness. That's why I could not believe that. I could not believe that. But after this situation, I'm like, oh, okay, you're a narcissist. Like, you think that the world really does evolve around you, and it really doesn't. You're on your 15th minute. Okay. And girl, it's not giving what it's supposed to have gave. I feel so bad for Cleo. Was there anything else I want to say about this before I move on, child? Because I feel like I'm going over it a little bit too much. Yeah, she spoke her piece. And it's that on that. And then Ice Spice, she's over here making like this girl was tweeting up a storm. She had a lot of post and delete tweets, right? She was making some corny behind polls, talking about some, what should I have for dinner, a steakhouse or a chicken salad? Now, my thing is this. She said here, you losers can body shame and falsely diagnose me. But I'm wrong for defending myself. Want you to realize I'm just a person, a rich troll. Yes, but just a person. Like, it's starting to give a little bit like, girl, now you're doing too much. Now you want to sit there and now you're crashing out. You're crashing out. Like you like to say, these girls like to crash out on you and this, that, and the third. You're crashing out. You're making these damn tweets, girl. It's very telling. It's very telling. And you would not do that shit to Lotto. You would not do that shit to Lotto. And like I said and I'm gonna say what I said on Twitter, because look, it smell like punk bitch up in here. It smell like punk bitch up in here very much. Okay, you would not do that to Lotto because you know that you guys share proximity. Okay, you ain't gonna see Cleo at an award show or whatever event that these high profile celebrities go to, but your ass will see Lotto, and you know that correct. And I believe Cleo when she says she's scared that Cardi gonna sit there and drink, because Cardi like to jump the girls. Cardi like to jump the girl's child, and you was talking all that crap. You know what? I hope Cardi catch your ass. I don't mess with Cardi either, but I hope she catch your ass. Talking all that crap because you know you can, because you know you don't share proximity with Cleo, but you do with Lotto and these other girls that you be dissing. It smell like chip in here. Okay, I just gotta say it, child. I just gotta say it. It's always moving, honey. It's always moving. And at the end of the day, girl, I'm so done with Ice Spice. And you know what? I think the reason why I was able, because I was really gung-ho Ice Spice. Like, I was really for that girl. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole 180 because I just sensed Mean Girl. That whole interaction with Cleo saying her piece and then Ice Spice just really going in. I know what that sounds, I know what that feels like. I know what that looks like when people that don't really like you, but they want you around for entertainment or whatever the case is, just to sit there and shit on you like, oh, I'm your only friend or I'm your only avenue or whatever. You better be humble or this, that, and the third. When people give you opportunities, that's another thing too. When people give you opportunities, okay, and they want to throw that back in your face and call you ungrateful because you don't like how they was treating you. That's why I'm so, girl, very much proud of Mary. I learned that from my grandma. Shout out to my grandma. We very much proud of Mary because you ain't gonna ever have that on me that you got me out of some type of situation and now I feel like I gotta bow down to you every single time that we have a little bit of a situation and no, girl, I don't care if you gave me $1 million. If you did some, okay, I'm gonna call you out on it and I'm gonna give you the $1 million back. Okay? Okay, so no, Ice Spice, she's dismissed, girl. I'm done with her. Anyway, I feel like I'm a little wild this episode. I gotta tone it down a little bit. Where else do I want to go? I mean, since we're on this topic of female rappers, Megan, okay, she did an interview with Billboard, right? And she got into some things. There's 2 topics that I want to talk about with this. I'm pretty sure she talked about a lot of things, but the topics that I want to get into in particular is in regards to Nicki Minaj and just like the Black community in general. We're going to start with Nicki because I feel like, girl, I'm so glad that this topic is being revisited because I'm just like, girl, what the hell? What was this whole situation? But anyway, I'm going to read this little excerpt and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. And it says that Meg Thee Stallion is finally addressing her beef with Nicki Minaj. During her recent interview with Billboard, Meg shares that she generally does not know why Nicki dislikes her. She said in quotes, "I still to this day don't know what the problem is," Megan said in regard to the exchanging diss of Hiss and Bigfoot. "I don't even know what could be reconciled because I too to this day don't know what the problem is." Now, Megan does say, though, that she appreciates when people like Nicki choose to diss her because it shows that they view her as competition. Now, she said in quotes, "I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. If people feel like I'm somebody to aim at, then I must be pretty high up there. If you're reaching up to me, I must be some kind of competition. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel like I could rap because if I wasn't okay, y'all wouldn't be worried about me." Okay, that was a little, okay, Shadra. Girl, here's the thing. To this day, I don't know what the hell Nicki was beefing with that girl for. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. To this day, I don't know what the beef was, and it always perplexes me and my best friend because she don't like me talking about her too much, child, because she feel like, I feel like I need to get paid for you. You gonna make me a topic on your show. But no, we'll go back and forth because the reason why we're best friends is because we both were Barbs. I'm not a Barb no more. That doesn't mean I don't like Nicki. That I love Nicki. I will always love her and love her music. I'm not subscribing to stan culture no more. So I can't do that. Especially when I talk about celebrity gossip, like everybody can get it. But this beef we really was going back and forth, me and my best friend, because she wanted to be gung-ho on Nicki, and y'all already know where I stood with this situation. I was on Megan's side. And it's just, I don't know what her problem was. And the thing is, because what she did with the whole abortion thing. I'm like, I don't think that Nicki Ben was dissing her on different songs before Hiss was even a thing. You get what I'm saying? it's more than, oh, I think you're fake because you called somebody a dirty Mexican when you was with me, and then you started working with her or did a song with her. Like, it's more than that. It's more than her trying to insinuate or try to tell you to go to a clinic and get rid of your child so you can drink. Like, I feel like it's more than that. Okay, fine. Maybe Nicki is pro-life. And I think that, some people that's pro-life, that really is, you joke about that stuff and they really get in their feelings and stuff. I'm just like, girl, calm down. Girl, it's okay, fine. Cool. But I don't know. Like, I don't think it's that. I think it's something else. Or it's probably nothing. And Nicki just wanted to do this because that's what she wants to do. Looking back, though, since we're bringing it back up, I feel like Mecca should have shook the table a little bit more, though. After Nicki dropped Bigfoot, girl, you had another damn diss track potted up. Girl, I dropped that damn diss track, period. I don't know. I think what she said is true, though. That means that if somebody is wanting to do this, get into this rap diss thing with you, then you must be doing something great. That's a good way to look at it. But yeah, the world is perplexed. We don't know why Nicki started beefing with you, but she started beefing with you, okay? And I don't think she's not gonna stop beefing with you, girl. I think Nicki's about to, literally this interview came out the same day because she's supposed to be doing her Philly concert tonight because she's doing the second round of the American leg of the tour. So I don't know. Everything's a little strategic. Come on, Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Let me stop. Anyway, speaking of Megan, though, because this is part of the topic, she spoke with Billboard, and she talked about how she doesn't really get loved, or she gets ridiculed by a lot of black men. And she even took it a step further and said just the black community she does not get love from. Now, this is what was said. Now, I said in a newly published cover story with Billboard, the rapper was asked if she feels the apologies coming from her are a sign that she's winning black men over. Because if y'all don't remember, there's a lot of black men that don't really mess with Megan Thee Stallion because they felt like she lied about getting shot. She lied on Tory Lanez. And that's not a good, yeah. It's a lot of black men that do not like Megan Thee Stallion. They think that she's a liar, and they think that she fabricated this whole situation, and we got actual pictures of her feet getting shot. We have so many evidence that points to her getting shot. Or they think that her friend Kelsey did it, which my thing is this: why the hell isn't Tory trying to get her? You had her on the stand, but I get it. I guess they didn't want to. It was a stupid ass try. It was. I can't believe I covered that. Every day that it was going on, girl, I was covered. I was like, girl, what's going to happen? What's all the theatrics and everything? But basically, she said, in quotes, to that question about like, do she think that she won a lot of black men over? She said, at this point in my life, I really don't care. Maybe you would have asked me this last year or two. I would have wished I had more black people in general in my corner. It would have felt nice to be protected by some black men in this instance. But the more I wasn't getting it, the more and more I realized I wasn't going to get it. Who should feel safe and important at the end of the day is me, and I'm going to have to make myself feel that way. I wasn't going to find it in people I don't know at all. Now I don't care. Period. Yeah, I can relate. Okay. I can't relate because I've never been shot before. Let's be very clear. And I've never been in a situation where like something happened to me and I'm like telling you what happened and people are not believing. That has to be some type of psychological, like I couldn't imagine going through that and then having half the world it feels like half the world because you're a famous celebrity and half the people don't believe you. A lot of people unfollow you. A lot of your counterparts cutting ties with you because they think that you're a liar. I don't know how that feels, but I understand how it feels to not be loved in your own community. The gays that are listening, you get the black gays, honey. We see each other. We see each other. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm bringing up. I think that's something that I can relate to because, yeah, like I feel very much this, like my community don't love me, girl. I look at my analytics. I know that, predominantly women watch my stuff. Predominantly women subscribe and they comment, they like. Shout out to y'all, love y'all. And I'm not saying I want that type of love from the black girl. Girl, y'all stay over there and I can stay over here. I'm cool. I'm at the point where, you know what, I don't need that. Because at the end of the day, I got to make sure I'm good. And I only care about the people that care about me. So I 100% understand what she's going through. I don't know what she's going through. I understand her mindset. That's what I understand. Shout out to her, because you know what? Some people really, it took me a long time to really realize that it may hurt more that your people don't really view you as like a human being or view you as valid or affirm your beliefs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, life just got to keep on moving. It's got to keep moving. I can't dwell on the fact that this person don't like me and don't even know me, but sees a piece of me online or sees like a couple clips or whatever. Is, oh yeah, he this, he that, this, that, and the third. So yeah. I'm glad Meg is in a better place, I should say. Okay, and shout out to her. And yeah, I don't know why Nicki was beefing with you, girl. I don't know. The world may never know, honey. Anyway, let's move on. What else I want to get into before I get about it? Actually, I got a lot of topics to get into. Let's do some side topics before I really get into the things. Now, why they saying Rachel Ray? What's going on with Rachel Ray? Y'all heard about this girl? They saying that she sparked health concerns after fans noticed that she was like slurring her words. Now, I'm gonna play this clip, child, because hold on, where is it at? It's right, yeah, there it is. I didn't hear it. I was looking at this at work and I was like, I can't really hear what she's saying, but here's what
because Tony Benedetto, that's his full last name, Tony Bennett's coming to dinner. I have to make sure the floors are perfect and the house is clean and everything is just amazing. I might have gone a little overboard with the floors, because when I pulled out the chair for Tony to sit down for his starter snacks and aperitivo, the chair slid out from under him and he hit his head on my marble counter behind him. And he fell to the floor and I thought I killed Tony Bennett. I thought I killed him, literally.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she does look a little sluggish. I'm looking at the comments there. It looked like they're saying that she could have potentially had a stroke. It does. You can tell with a stroke, like they talk off the side of their mouth, like a side of their mouth is not really moving or doing too much interaction, child. It does look like that. She looks completely different, like completely different. I don't know if it was because a little bit of, she did gain a little bit of weight, but it's not the Rachel Ray I grew up with, child. Because I remember she used to be on the Food Network channel, child. She used to look very cheeky, very, oh, okay, doughy or whatever, and it had a lot of energy. I also think like when you had a show for so long, it really does wear and tear on your psyche, like for real. I don't know if it's that or she is really having some outstanding issues. But even, girl, I'm about to be 300 episodes in. Okay, shout out to that. But there be some episodes and sometimes I be taping, girl, and I don't be here, honey. I be like, look, girl, I got to put these words together, child. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got to do it. It's a lot. And I'm just sitting here in my room. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's like to have a real big production and cue cards and all this other stuff that you got to remember to say and have a certain spunk to it and stuff like that. So I think it really could be just that. Or she could be going through some stuff like, you know, a lot of people saying that she got a stroke and it's just, I can see it. I hope for a speedy recovery. I hope she's able to bounce back from this. But yeah, that's what's going on, child. Anyway, another topic for girl. First of all, shout out to Choppa. I'm gonna get. Look. I'm gonna give him his 10s. I'm gonna give him his 10s. Yeah. Choppa. Okay, he performed at an Atlanta Pride event. Okay, for Black Pride. Do I have another clip? Let me see. I thought I did add something else, or maybe it's like another. No. Anyway, I saw it. I saw clips of it. I thought I shared the thing on Gay Magazine, girl. I thought, hold on, let me see where I can find it, yeah. Because it was like other clips. Hold on. He was okay in a league. Now, look, I'm all for the allyship. Let's be very clear. That looked like a regular club though. Like where the pride at? Girl, AC like one freaking flag. He definitely was like, okay, my set, we gotta put these flags down. We gotta put these rainbow flags down. Okay, we gotta put it down for a little bit. You can put it back up when I'm gone, but we gotta put that down. I ain't never see this man in no damn sweater. Okay, look, it's sweater weather. It's sweater weather. Okay, in Hotlanta. Okay, so look, that's his excuse. He made sure he was clothed up, okay, girl, like a prairie dawn, okay. But the people that was in the front row, child, they look, yeah, man, I seen a couple queens in there. But you know what? Look, I love to see straight people, straight men, particularly because I feel like straight women, y'all are allied. A lot of us are in communities with each other, so I'm not even gonna use the word allied. You get what I'm saying? But it's cool to see straight men get into it. Especially straight black men, because it's for the longest there has been like a long-standing, I'm not gonna say a long-standing beef between us, but there has been like a real big disconnect. And I'm speaking to in the community. I can only speak for black people. I think that there's a lot of white and non-black straight men that they show their allyship and they're like very secure in their sexuality that we don't even bother them. You get what I'm saying? But it is cool to see Italy Chopper get into it. And there's going to be some people occasionally, throwing out he's gay and like he's one of the girls himself and But like, I don't think so. I think that he's just a dude that understands that he has a plethora of fans, from straight men to women to gay men. Like at the end of the day, he's serving his niche. Okay. And I love to see him just be that authentic with who he is, and it's just, yeah, I'm the straight man and I'm going to perform at this gay club because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do it for marketing and I'm gonna do it because I gotta make this paper, but also I give a crap about my fans. There's been so many artists in the past that will literally, there was this one artist recently, like he was set to perform at a venue, but I guess he didn't know that it was like a pride event and he like canceled last minute. I forgot who that was. I want to say Chris Brown, but I don't think it's Chris Brown. I think it was somebody else, but it was one of those R&B niggas. It's just like, girl, do your little performance and get your money and freaking leave. Like, it was never that deep. But yeah, shout out to Italy Chopper, even though I made a little, I got to be a little bit shady. But anyway, another topic that was like, ooh, girl, Katy Perry. Katy, I don't know what to do with, we got to get into her a little bit. Cause you should have just told this podcaster not to bring it up. If you was gonna say that shit, girl, hold on. Let me get this up. Cause basically she gets on a podcast and she defends her involvement with Dr. Luke. If y'all don't know who Dr. Luke is, child, at this point, he's a producer that worked with a lot of people, but he specifically worked with Kesha, and Kesha accused him of sexual assault, sexual harassment, threatening to harm her family. It was a whole thing. He's a monster. Like, and I have reason to believe her. Okay. Evidence is evidencing. Okay. And that's that on that. Problem is, Katy Perry is coming out with a new project. She came out with Woman's World, and people noticed that Dr. Luke was one of the producers on there. And people felt away about that. Of course they felt away about that. Basically, I'm going to read this little article and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, okay? Now, basically, this is from TMZ. Shout out to them. They said Katy Perry has defended her decision to involve Dr. Luke in her upcoming album, noting that the music producer was one of many to help bring the project to life. The singer asked to address the controversy on Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast after fans called her out for working with him again after a lengthy legal battle with Kesha, who infamously accused Dr. Luke of rape and abuse many years ago. Okay. For the record, Dr. Luke has denied allegations. Of course, we got to mention that. And even sued Kesha for defamation. Luke and Kesha agreed on a settlement last year. Now, Katy definitely danced around discussing the situation at length, even avoiding the name Dr. Luke, real name. I'm not pronouncing that, girl, because that girl, we're going to call him Dr. Luke, child, because I don't know how to pronounce that. Directly, she made it clear she saw the outrage online She added in quotes, I understand that it started a lot of conversations and he was one of the many collaborators that I collaborated with. She emphasized that Luke was one of the many contributors of the 143 album, which is set to drop in September 20th, but defended it was really her project at the end of the day, trying to sit there and be like, oh, it's not his project, it's my project. Like, girl, yeah, but you work with him though. Come on. You turn it on, please. Turn. Now, she continued in quotes, but the reality is it comes from me. The truth is I wrote these songs from my experience of my whole life going through this metamorphosis, and he was one of the people to help facilitate that. Okay. Now it says, from the sounds of it, Katy simply decided to reunite the music team that helped her with Teenage Dream era, and which include Dr. Luke. She wanted that moment again, and she decided to bite the bullet and work with Dr. Luke. There's nothing more here. That she, like I said, she danced around the situation. Here's the thing. I don't care if, okay, you're the songwriter, you did this, you did that. You work with the guy. And it makes no sense that you come out with a song called Woman's World. This is supposed to be this on the nose, I'm using your words, this is very on the nose type of women empowerment movement, so what and what have you. And you choose to work with an abuser. It kind of contradicts like your whole message, like your whole thing. And I get into Katy. I love Lifetimes. That's gonna be my favorite song off the album. I love that song. You get what I'm saying? But it is like weird. I would have never just addressed it. Like I would have definitely told the podcast like, yeah, we're not talking about this, because if you were gonna say that's your reasoning, because I want to reunite the gang, because you want to make the same type of music that you did before, and you want to get that same type of clout that you did. It's not working because now it's controversy. I don't understand when it comes like these celebrities really. And I agree, like art is important, and making good art is important, but we have to be mindful of how it's done and who we're working with. And I was with Gaga. I'm just bringing her up just to bring her up. But like when she literally took off her song, she deleted her song that she did with R. Kelly because she knows that it was wrong. It was like, and she made a statement, this, that, and the third. You ain't got to make a statement. You can just be like, look, I'm just going to cut ties with the person. But like that you're funding this person to essentially do more crimes like this. It's not very women's world. It's not very like female empowerment. It's not when you're doing that. You look like a walking contradictory. And that's why your other previous projects didn't do well. You got political. I was talking about this at the office. I was like, you remember when Katy, like she got into some hot water when she said something about the president not being black no more? Or no, she said, yeah, I don't have black hair no more. Like my hair is not black no more, just like our president and this, that, and the third. And she said like stuff that was like girls giving a little raise. She also was acting weird when it came to like working with other like rappers and stuff like that. And she had this intervention type of live thing that she had with Amanda Seales was there and Caitlyn Jenner, and everybody was trying to like, I guess, talk to her about the stuff that she's been saying is like, girls, it's borderline, a little racist, okay? And it didn't do nothing. It didn't do nothing for the rollout of your album, ended up flopping. And I fear the same for this one. And I don't think that she should bow out, because a lot of people are just being like rude. Oh, she should bow out, like her time is done, this, that, and the third. The night is still young, okay? I think that had you maybe not worked with Dr. Luke with this project, I think we would have seen like a little bit of a change. And the stuff that he was doing is just not, it's not that good of quality. Woman's World wasn't that good. You should have pushed Lifetimes. Lifetimes was the better song. That should have been the song that you pushed, but being that you didn't, nobody's really talking about that song. And everybody is just like really looking at Woman's World like, girl, what the hell is this? And then you're teasing other songs that, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. I feel bad for her, but like also I need these celebrities to be a little bit more smarter when it comes to marketing. It's all about relatability. It's all like, it's about making good music and making those moments and stuff like that, having timeless like content and stuff. But it's all about the way you market yourself, and like, people love relatability. You're working with an abuser. Like, people this day and age, you could have did that shit back in the day. Like, when she first came out, she could have did that. She could have did that. Like, nobody would have cared. Like, nobody did care. There was no shade room. You know what I'm saying? Like, TMZ was around, but TMZ always talked about like the salacious stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wendy Williams wouldn't even touch this because she didn't care about that type of stuff. But like, now it's like, in this Gen Z culture, people are like, no, you're working with an abuser. I'm not going to support you. I don't know. I could be going on off or whatever, but I just think that this was just like, this is stupid. I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have said a goddamn word. Because if that was going to be your response, girl. Okay. Do I have anything else? I guess we could talk about this, girl. Oh my God. Because this is a little bit of a serious situation. Now, according to NBC News, at least 2 people are dead and 4 are injured following a shooting that happened at the Apache High School in Winder, Georgia. Okay. Just 45 minutes from Atlanta. A suspect has also been taken into custody. Emergency officials are on call. And the scene happened around like 10:23 a.m. Wednesday. Like, I found out about this when I was at my job. And I was just like, damn, they just got in school. Like, school literally just started for some people. Like, school definitely starts in a couple weeks over here where I'm at, which is unfortunate because I live next to a school and it's just, girl, parking is a bitch. But anyway, like, school literally just started and we're already starting the year off with school shootings. This is crazy. They're going to start metal detecting these kids. I'm sorry. Like, this is unsafe. This is like, the fact that this keeps on happening in like these areas, like, this look like this is a big ass school. Just looking at the skyline view, and like, girl, like, it's always something, child. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up before I get up out of here. Also, girl, why? Now, I didn't know they was actually doing this, child. And I hope it's not gonna be on Tubi, child. But apparently, girl, remember the Who the F Did I Marry? Apparently, child, Natasha Rothwell. Okay, she played in Insecure. If y'all don't remember, Kelly, I believe that was her name. She's going to star and produce in the Who the F Did I Marry? Now, if y'all don't remember, Risa Tisa was this girl. She had a 50-part tell-all about how she met this man, married this man, and this man was not who she said he was. So they're doing a whole show about that, and it's going to have Natasha on there. Let me tell you something. I'm watching. Actually, if it is on Tubi, I'm going to watch it because I know this is going to be funny as hell. This is going to be funny as hell. It's going to be entertaining as hell, too, because I love Natasha. She really brings a lot to the table. I want to see her in more stuff. I'm glad that she got this opportunity. Yeah, this is going to be funny. Let me know what y'all think about this, too, child. Girl, do you think I need to do a review? Let me know if y'all want me to do a review on this, child. I would definitely, or we'll do a watch party or some shit, okay? Another thing I guess we can get into, girl, I know y'all seen Doechii? Girl, she covered for Paper Magazine, and girl, when I tell you why I thought, not the people in the comments talk about something, why I thought Charles Miss Netta Charles was on here. Y'all need to stop. Doechii is giving very much trade. Like, okay, girl, let me see some other pictures. So I got another thing that I saved. You know what it reminds me of? She reminds me of Grace Jones used to do pictures like that where it was like multi-gendered and she had a version of herself as a man and a version of herself, you know, obviously as a woman. Yes, fun. I love when these girls play with different personas and play with different stuff. I like this. This is interesting. I like her music, and I feel like she really should be pushed more than some other girls. I'm just saying, because we just get the same copy and paste. I'm here for it. I'm cool. Look, girl, you better go ahead and do your thing. So what y'all think about that in the comments? And I think we're done after that, child. This was a long episode. It's gonna be a task to edit, but I'm here. I'm surviving. I'm doing what needs to be done. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And until next time, I'm your host, Darren Green, and this is The Darren Green Show signing out. Bye, y'all.